Being a Munster fan, it's an awful lot of meanings. It's fun for one, you know. It means an awful lot of fun. But what it means to me personally is it's a sense of pride. It's a sense of, I suppose it's a sense of belonging. Being a Munster fan, you feel you belong to something. It's like one massive huge family.
So Munster Academy is a programme for players who see themselves having a future playing professional rugby, and it's a programme Munster Rugby runs, and the end goal is to produce professional rugby players to play rugby for Munster and hopefully for Ireland as well. So we put them through a programme of rugby skills, fitness, strength, power, and some off-field modules as well, just be lifestyle and nutrition and all that kind of stuff, which is very important as well. I'm managing the programme with the rugby side of things, Colm McMahon and Greg Oliver, and on the fitness side of things, Fergal O'Callaghan and Joe McGinley. And between the five of us, we're managing the academy programme and maybe seeing these guys every day of the week during the season, and for off-season or for pre-season, we'd see them for camps and probably a very heavy summer schedule, basically, where a lot of the work would be done.
My role in the academy as an elite player development officer is dealing with the players day to day, going through rugby skills, whether it's core skills or whether it's individual specific stuff for the position. That's the main chunk of the work, hands-on with the players, and then there's a lot of video analysis that we have to go through, looking at the players' games from the weekends and going through them with the players. Trying to see what can be done well, what can be done better, and what they're doing well, and what needs to be developed further.
There's very good facilities here. The academy has two bases, one in UL and one in CIT in Cork, and the facilities in both are excellent. So in UL we have our office here is based just by the 3G pitches, so we've excellent all year round rugby pitches, and across the river then just 10-minute walk away is the elite gym in the UL arena, 50-metre swimming pool, 3 to 4 rugby pitches, running track, indoor running track, outdoor running track. So we've video analysis facilities around here as well, and we've meeting rooms. So basically anything we need to run a kind of full-time professional programme we have. We share a lot of these facilities with the senior team, so there's good interaction then between the senior team and the academy.
With the top class facilities that they have in place, it's actually helping those guys who may have fallen out of the loop. It's actually helping them to actually reach their potential and push themselves on. I mean, you'll always have guys who might, for one reason or another, get to a certain stage at 19, 20, 21, want to throw their hat at it. But with the facilities that are there now, and facilities being just, we say, the actual weights room in UL, allied to the coaches there, and the support structure that's there for them as well, it helps them and brings them along. That wasn't there 10, 15 years ago. So I suppose, in a way, it's kind of like you have a career guidance teacher in school, whereas with these guys, they have a career guidance liaison here to help them bring them along. And I suppose that kind of support structure is very much a big part to play in how they move along.
Well, I'm 21 years old. I'm from Cork, originally just outside Cork City. I've been living in Limerick since January 2010. I'm currently living in Castletroy in Briarfield. Played my club rugby with Shannon and went to school in Glenstall Abbey in Maru, just in County Limerick. I was training at the sub-academy for about 18 months before I got offered a first-year academy contract, so I've been involved with Munster in an academy capacity since then.
You're a Shannon man, I'm a Garryowen man. What's the rivalry been like since you joined Shannon?
Well, it's something I wasn't fully aware of before I joined Shannon. Obviously the rivalry between all the Limerick clubs is fairly intense. Everyone loves getting a crack off each other, but particularly between Shannon and Garryowen. Obviously I'm not playing at the moment, but you were playing yourself the last 2 Friday nights in Thomond Park and in Doyle, and the whole crowd could see just the ferocity of the encounter, and something every player looks forward to participating in.
Definitely. You got a shoulder operation 3 weeks ago. How's the rehabilitation been going?
Well, as you can see, I'm still in a sling, so I'm not actually doing very much hands-on stuff at the moment. Mentally it's been quite difficult for me, just from going to being used to training kind of 2 or 3 times a day, 4 or 5 days a week, and playing a match on a Saturday. to doing essentially nothing at all has been quite difficult. However, it's just all you can do, I suppose, is try and keep your head on track.
Along with the obvious potential talent that players would have to be in the frame, after that I would be looking for the core values that Munster Rugby has been built on, honesty and hard work, a real never say die attitude, and willing to put in the extra work, the hard yards, and always looking to achieve better and to excel.
People should be doing this because they love it, and they're in a very lucky position. I'm in a very lucky position to be doing a job that you love, or trying to do a job that you love. So there has to be a bit of fun. There has to be a bit of fun in games and a bit of crack, and that's part of it. There is loads of hard work, but if you're not enjoying what you're doing, there's no point in doing it.
Besides David Kilcoyne, do you think you're the fattest in the academy?
No, David Kilcoyne is in a league of his own. You can't really compare to him.
Yeah.
He's the quarter fat.
Yeah. And who would you say would be the most vain out of the academy players?
The most vain, probably Kieran O'Mahony. He plays for Gary Owen. He's an incredibly vain, kind of skinny individual. He's got this complex about himself where he thinks he's about 20-25 kilos heavier than he actually is.
So the hardies ripped to shreds, though, is he?
Nah, not really.
Oh, fair enough. We're joined here today with Munster Academy, Kevin Buckley. Bucks, tell us a bit about yourself.
My name's actually Shane, but that's grand. You know me about a year and a half now. I actually play on the same team as you. That's grand. I'm originally from Budfont, County Cork, but I'm living in Limerick now in Castletroy for the last year. I went into college there last year, and I was in the sub academy, but I found it quite difficult to manage both, so I had to stop the study for a year, but I came back and gave it another crack this year and find it a lot easier. And I'm playing with Gary Owen at the moment. I'm actually injured at the moment, so I missed the last two derby games against Shannon.
But it's definitely a lot more professional, and it's a lot more organised and targeted, and you probably have to work a lot harder. I'd say 10-15 years ago you might have got through on talent alone and just playing for your club. You probably have to be working pretty hard and being in a programme to make it through as a professional rugby player. There's still a place for guys who come into the system very late through the club system, but they tend to be exception rather than rule. Most guys come in through an academy programme. It is more technical now. We know a lot more about professionalism. Rugby, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, rugby was barely into professionalism. Now we're 15, 20 years at it. So the level of knowledge and level of work has gone up considerably. So I think it's probably more difficult, but the programmes we have are better to help guys get there.
You go through the ups and downs, the wins and losses. You almost feel that you share the pain of defeats, the elation of victory. But overall, it's great fun to be a Munster fan.